Gamma Georgia students, in this video, we will provide more information and detail about the course Certified Information System Auditor. It's my pleasure to present to you Sean Hanna. He is our trainer who will lead this course. Please, Sean, tell our students more about yourself, your experience, and how many years you have been working in the IT industry.
Thanks, Jerry. As said, my name's Sean Hanna. I'm from Nolan, Ireland, here just outside Belfast. I've been working in information security since 2002, but I started my IT career well before that, in a time when we used to call Windows DOS. But the less said about that, the better. Okay, for the past 35 years, I've worked in information technology and security. My background is originally Active Directory and Microsoft Exchange. I worked for a large multinational telco, and I headed up their architecture and design team around Active Directory and Exchange. Back as far as 2002, some of the Active Directory and Exchange architectures we did for companies had to be secured. Me and my team, we had to get some certification behind us, and we had to do Active Directory and Exchange architectures that were tested and certified. That really started my long career and journey in information security. And since then, I've done many roles. I'm a licensed intrusion analyst. I'm a forensics examiner and have appeared in several court cases as an expert witness. I'm a licensed penetration tester. I used to do ethical hacking and web-based pen testing, and I was a pen test team lead. Today, I help organizations of all sizes around the world drive risk and compliance programs to protect their information systems and secure their stakeholders and shareholders' value. One of the things that I do and have done for 20 years is audit. I believe that it's an absolutely essential skill and a pivotal thing to have in information security. The audit specialism branches between business and information security and IT. It branches between management and technology. It branches between audit and risk. We do lots of audits across ISO 27000, NIST 800, PCI DSS, GDPR, and I love going into my clients and help support their management teams to drive strong information security programs. Okay. My background, it's all about a mixture of technology and management. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you very much. And the next question for you is, according to your observations, what is the demand for such professionals like Certified Information System Auditor?
Well, that's a very challenging question to ask because demands tend to fluctuate in IT and information security all the time. However, the demand for this has actually been really quite steady over the past 20 years. When other things come and go, when new technologies introduced and people have to learn how to do it, there's always an initial demand, a spike, and that spike goes away. Audit is a traditional skill. Audit's born out of finance and risk. The audit skill does not just apply to technology and information systems, it applies to businesses and business processes. The demand always has been strong and will always continue to be. If you actually take a little look, you can see the spikes in demand. Around 2018, the demand for auditors went up significantly. A month-by-month increase of 0.6% does not sound much, but if you're going to be an auditor, you better understand compound calculations. If you compound 0.6% over 12 months, that is a very substantial year-on-year yield. And if you notice the spikes, 2017 and 2018, GDPR caused that. The General Data Protection Regulation in the European Union demanded more audit. You'll notice the recent spike just this year. DORA. The European Union has implemented the DORA frameworks, which now requires every financial organization to implement IT audit. The demand for this has been constant, but it's also driven by laws and compliance regulations. And with the introduction and the further introduction of more compliance, the demand will simply increase. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you very much. And please tell us a bit more about the course. What topics will be covered and what practical exercise it will include?
Thank you, Jerry. Okay, I love delivering CISA courses. Okay, they're not going to be easy. It's not an easy thing to study. And the reason why it's not easy to study is you're actually branching between 3 different disciplines. For you to succeed in audit, being a technology expert won't by itself allow you to succeed. Understanding audit by itself will not allow you to succeed. You need to encompass information technology and security knowledge. You need to encompass business acumen, business skills, and understanding how companies are run in terms of profit and loss and strategy accounts and stakeholder requirements and legal compliance requirements. And on top of that, we also need to teach you how to audit. Audit is an evidence-based process. Your job as an auditor will become the eyes and the ears of senior managers and regulators. You are the people that senior managers and regulators will trust. They will trust your professional opinion. Just like PwC and Deloitte are famous for financial auditing, information security auditing is in the same branch. We go around systems, we audit them for weaknesses and gaps, and the business must respond and act on our opinion. The reason why I really love it is it's not just information security, it's just not technology. It's an awful lot of business acumen and audit skills. The course is more like an MBA than a technical cybersecurity course. So if you like technology, but it's not enough, if you need a little bit more, if you have strong business acumen and skills, you like the concept of being able to gather evidence and your opinion being valued, I think it's a really good foundation level course, Jerry.
Thank you very much for your explanation. And how would you define the prerequisites for this course? What skills should potentially students already have to get the most from this course?
Yeah, I think we already started to answer that nearly accidentally in my last question, didn't I? There's 3 different things they need, okay? In this course, we teach audit of information systems for information security risks. What we need you to have is not a deep technical background, but you do need to understand technology. I won't be teaching client and server technology or cloud or database, but these are the systems you will be auditing. I will teach you how to audit cloud systems. I will teach you about the crowd control framework, the CCSK and the CCIQ, and how we can use that to assess third-party risk in cloud vendors. But I will not be teaching cloud technologies or cloud security controls. The biggest issue, the biggest challenge that every auditor faces is we are jacks of all trade, master of none. We do not expect you to be able to program, to be able to code, but we do expect you to understand the software development lifecycle, the difference between UA and QAT, the difference between object-oriented code development and agile code development. You as an auditor will audit not just the quality of the code, you will audit the process behind it. You'll audit project management, you'll audit the finances systems, you'll audit other people's risk assessments and other people's pen tests. For you to succeed, you need to bring me some technology background. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be able to configure firewalls, but you need to know what a firewall can do and what a firewall can't do. This is an audit course, and we will concentrate on information security and IT audit. To pass the exam and get the certification, you require 4 years industry experience. Once you pass the certification, you become an associate. When you get 4 years experience, then and only then can you become a chartered member of ISACA. Why? Well, it's that business acumen you learn during those years. It's those business skills that separate you from somebody new. So if you've already got 4 years certification, 4 years experience, you'll be able to get the certification immediately. If not, you'll become an associate and you'll get 4 years to gain that experience. Jerry, it's a lot of different things, but what we want people is to have a good holistic background. You don't need to be a deep technical expert on any one thing.
Thank you very much. This was very helpful information for our students. And please tell us what international certificate will our students get after successfully passing the exam with the course? You told us, but
It's an important one, isn't it? Okay, the certification that they're going to get. There's lots of different certifying bodies. We're talking about an organization called ISACA, the vendor of this. I'm actually a former academic director of ISACA, so I do have to declare a conflict of interest, a personal interest here. ISACA is a wonderful organization. It's a not-for-profit organization with over 160,000 chartered members globally. ISACA specializes not in the deep technical stuff, not in hacking or forensics or intrusion analysis. ISACA is more about governance, risk, and compliance, GRC. It's the business and management side of the house. ISACA are the people who train and certify the CISOs that manage security in multinational business. They're the people who certify CISMs, the people who manage information security on multi-billion-dollar budgets for financial organizations, insurance, travel, airlines, governments around the world. CISA, that fits into the GRC space. So the CISA accreditation, very highly respected. It belongs to a not-for-profit organization, a registered 501 charity in the States. Its only mission and benefit is for the benefit of its members. I do like ISACA because a lot of the other vendors out there are for profit. ISACA is not, and that makes a big difference to you as a certificate holder, as a member. Your membership is the reason why this organization exists. Okay, a lot different than some of the other ones, Jerry, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. And could you tell us what job positions are suitable for specialists who just completed this course?
Oh, you keep the hardest question to last then? That's not very fair of you. Okay, because that is a hard question, because we've talked a little bit about jack of all trade, master of none. The great thing about CISA is it doesn't put you in a technical pigeonhole. It doesn't put you in a silo that says you're a part of the IT team, or you're a part of audit, or you're a part of risk. Okay, the job roles that you can take can be anything. In IT and IS audit, we have lots of people who do ISO 27000 audit and GDP audit. There's government audit programs. Here in Northern Ireland, I set up Northern Ireland's local government audit scheme. And we had to certify and train auditors in Northern Ireland to audit all the government departments against the frameworks we come up with. This is not about working in an ethical hacking team. It's not about being in firewall design. If you see the job roles, it's very management risk focused. So if you see your future not in the hands-on nuts and bolts of technology, if you want to be involved in that space, but you want a more holistic, fuller background approach, CISA really is ideal. It's one of those ones that it's really easy to get that starting foothold job. And once you do get that, because you are dealing with the leaders and the management, you're interacting across the business in a cross-functional way, it makes a great certification to build your own career in large organizations and government departments. Okay, I really do think it's really wide-ranging on this one.
Great. That's a good answer. Thank you very much. And please tell us what can be the next steps for the students after they take this course.
Okay, so as we mentioned ISACA before, ISACA is the management side of information security. It's the governance, risk, and compliance side. So the certification you really would be looking for is CISM. A CISM is an information security manager, somebody who manages a budget, a strategy, and an implementation of information security in a large or multinational or government organization. One of my customers, Allstate, a Fortune 50 insurance company, one of the 50 biggest insurance companies in the world, with 162 million customers, their information security team is 2,500 people. In those 2,500 people, there are over 200 auditors, but there's also 50 information security managers. These people are CISMs. These people manage departments, teams, and budgets. They're responsible for implementing part of what makes information security work. Your job as an auditor is to audit our CISMs doing their job. You're the person who goes into the CISM team. You're the person who audits them. So CISM makes a very natural next step. If you're going to audit somebody, you've got to learn what do they do, what are they supposed to do, and that's what we cover in CISM. And if you do CISA, you've already covered about 33% of the topics in CISM, because they all work off ISACA. They're all doing something in common called COBIT, C-O-B-I-T, COBIT, the control objectives of IT. Trust me, if you come on one of our ISACA courses, if you join us on CISA, definitely COBIT is something you're going to know a lot about. So it's the other COBIT course. That's really what CISM is. The two big COBIT courses are CISA and CISM, the auditor and the manager. They really do go together really well.
Thank you very much. That was a great explanation. And thank you very much again, Sean, for taking the time to join us today. I believe the interview had a lot of valuable information for the students, and the information you just gave us will help them decide for their application. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
See you again in your training. Bye-bye.
Bye.